our history in America. First, a message from the wind. To seduce me into a good night's sleep, some milk and a tale of the sea. I wouldn't need more. What induced me to snore had always been faithful to me. That night the wind was a battering ram, and as far-fetched as it may seem, it didn't let up when I drifted off. No, it drifted into my dream. In a dream, the wind sent a message. It would teach me a lesson today. I should gather all that was precious to me. The rest would be taken away. Now, discerning trash from treasure placed a weight upon my mind. What is it I should hold on to? What should I leave behind? A strong wind hastened the answer. 'Twas a wind that could lift up a sea. I loosened my grip on frivolous things and held tight to what mattered to me. I clung to what truly was treasure. The wind took off with the rest. Then I held up my hand to test the wind, and I knew I had passed the test. Now life and dreams are tranquil. 'Tis a calm without end, and I owe it to a message that was written by the wind. And now, a peek into the past. Freedom, freedom, Lord, freedom at last. But maybe not. I would have thought that there would have been joy and jubilation when slaves were given their freedom. Possessing a great imagination, I decided to imagine myself back to the waning days of slavery, just to see what I would have done with my freedom. I imagined myself a slave on a large Georgia plantation. One morning, the master gathered up all his slaves and said that we were free. First, I did a joy. I danced. But joy soon gave way to the sad reality of my situation. Where was I supposed to go, and what was I supposed to do when I got there? Maybe I wasn't a slave no more, but I sure wasn't free. After having my every step ordered and monitored by my master, leaving the plantation was scary. Going down Freedom Road was no picnic. It had more potholes and chuckles than a man could dodge. I had to keep on stepping if the sign said, whites only. And even if I had to wear myself, I couldn't go until the sign read, color. I kept my head bowed when the Klan rode through town. That way they knew I stayed in my place. I couldn't see who was under those hoods, but I knew a lot of hate was riding through town. I decided to abandon my imagination and come back to the present. I brought back with me a lot of appreciation and knowledge of a huge debt that I owe. Even if the ledger states that my slate is clean, I will know better. Those souls who came and filled those potholes and chuckles, they created for me a debt that no matter how long I live, I will never be able to repay it. Never.